Over the course of the next few weeks in GTA Online, we are supposed to be getting the Mackenzie Airfield as a purchasable property. So I thought about this and actually I wanted to do a money method on the hangar. I rarely have touched the hangar business, but I do know a few tips and tricks, and obviously Rockstar did make a few good changes to this business, which does make it completely viable solo. And yeah, I was honestly shocked when I did this. It made me a ton of money and I really did not have to spend much, if anything at all. So without wasting any more time, let's dive into the first few things, some basic requirements and things like that. Now of course, with these type of businesses, the main expense really is on the business itself. So for this one, you can buy a hangar over on the Maze Bank Foreclosures website. Now with the hangar specifically, you are pretty limited, at least right now in GTA Online. I'm not too sure if the Mackenzie Airfield will change these things when that does become available, but you will see you can either purchase a hangar at the military base, or instead all the way over at LSIA. There is really only two things that change here, and that will be the location of these hangars and their prices. So if you guys want to save money, I would definitely suggest going for an LSIA hangar. I believe the cheapest one is only 1.2 million without any upgrades, and the only upgrade that I would probably suggest to you guys will be the living quarters. And there is a really good reason for this. It is essentially to set your spawn location, and this will help you guys massively, either when sourcing these things or just trying to get over inside your hangar. Another thing that I could also suggest to you is the workshop. I would only get this if you have a personal jet or something. For example, I have a Raiju, so if you wanted to customize these things, this is how you do it. So with this hangar business, once inside your hangar, if you go right over to the computer, register as a CEO so that you do not get raided, you will see that we can source a bunch of different contraband, and this might get a bit annoying for some of you guys. You might be wondering what you guys want to source, and honestly this is fairly simple. Either collect 50 narcotics, or instead, to save a little bit of time, collect either 15 narcotics, chemicals or medical supplies, and 15 tobacco and alcohol or counterfeit goods. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why would I ever do that? And there is a really good reason behind this, which really does make the hangar one of the best businesses across the entire game. And the reason for this is because you will see on screen here, if you collect 25 crates of either narcotics, chemicals or medical supplies, you will get a really nice 35% bonus. And then if you collect all 50 crates and fill one of these categories, you will get a massive plus 70% bonus. And these bonuses do change with the different items. As you will see here, the animal materials, art and antiques, or jewelry and gemstones will get you guys a plus 12% each for 10 crates, and then a plus 60% for 50 crates altogether. And then the final ones that we have are the tobacco and alcohol or counterfeit goods. You get a plus 5% each for 5 crates, and then a plus 50% bonus on 50 crates. So you can really see how good this could be. You could either pair these different things together, but what I like to do is actually just source a bunch of the narcotics, because with that plus 70% bonus for 50 crates, I just think that is so good. So once you guys have decided what you want to source, you will also notice that you have two options. You can either source them by air or land. Now in my experience, I prefer to do this on land. I just think the things are so much easier to do. This was in fact one of the main changes made to the hangar by Rockstar to make it more sort of accessible and playable for everyone. And just having this really simple change is honestly game changing for the hangars. I think it is currently one of my favorite businesses. To talk more about the strategy what I use to collect these crates, I of course source them by land. By the way, these crate missions do not cost anything. You are essentially sourcing these things for completely free. The only real money that we had to spend was on the hangar, and that was it. In the source mission, I just call in my Raiju jet, but if you guys have the military base hangar, you could probably just steal one of the other jets. The only reason that I call my Raiju jet in is because it is incredibly fast, and faster is pretty much better in every scenario in GTA Online when grinding businesses. The Raiju also has that hovering sort of VTOL feature, which does come in super useful for these missions. Now unfortunately, like many of the other different businesses across GTA Online, there is a few missions that you want to try and avoid because they will take way too long and it will not be worth your time. One of these missions is in fact this one here, which I got hit with first. In this mission, you will be required to go into a submarine and then sort of transport the goods onto land. Now you can still do this if you really wanted to. However, I would not suggest it. It will just take way too long and you are for the most part so far away from your hangar. So a little trick that you can do is set your spawn location to your hangar again and then just find a new invite only session. You can then go ahead and source another crate. This time around I got a different one. I just did the same thing by calling my Raiju jet in, found the crate and delivered it back into the hangar. Here is also another trick that you guys can do when sourcing, which will save you guys a lot of time, especially if you do collect the higher tier crates, for example the narcotics. They will usually have a 4-minute cooldown before you can start one again. So the moment you deliver one of these narcotic crates, or really any crate if you want to skip the cooldown, is wait until your screen goes completely black here. You can then press quit on your GTA application, load it all the way back up, and this will completely skip the sourcing cooldown. Of course, saving you at least 2 minutes of time, especially on the higher tier crates, for example the narcotics, chemicals, and medical supplies. But then just remember, if you are doing 2 of these different things, you will not need to do that. You can get the cooldown for one of these source missions and do another different type of stock against the other one, so that you pretty much never have a cooldown. A really good example of this would be collecting medical supplies against the tobacco and alcohol. Another huge tip that I can give you guys on the sourcing missions, if you decide to do them by land, is that you can destroy some of these sort of target vehicles that do have the crates. So for example, in this one where we had to steal a trailer, all I had to do to get the crate on its own is just destroy this trailer by blowing it up. I can then just collect the crate and really just jet off to the hangar again, making this super effective. For the most part, I'm pretty sure that you guys can do this in every single sourcing mission, so it's definitely worth it. I mean, I'm completing these source missions in roughly 4 or 5 minutes at most, so really easy and straightforward. Now, if you guys remember when I mentioned the extra sort of bonuses for a specific amount of crates, I will in fact show you guys this now because I did collect my 25th narcotic. So once I log onto this computer, you will see that we do get that 35% bonus, and it also tells you, and if I sold all of this now, I can still make over $1 million. So hopefully you guys are starting to see just how good the hangar business is. Now, I'm not going to sell this right now. I will be sourcing another 25 additional narcotics to show you guys just how much you can make. Just remember, I am also doing this completely solo. So after some more time, I got around to the final sourcing mission. This one is a really basic one as well. All I had to do was shoot a generator, collect the crates from inside, and then deliver it back to the hangar. Very easy. And after this was delivered, I have now completed all of the 50 narcotics. So again, when logging onto my computer, you will see that I can sell this for the 70% bonus, making me $2.5 million. Now granted, it will take a bit of time to fill 50 crates altogether, but making $2.5 million just for doing that is so good, especially doing it solo. Now for this method, I would also recommend having some businesses in the background. For example, the acid lab would be a really good option. You could maybe do 25 crates or 15 and 15 of one of them. Either sell your acid lab stock or resupply it, and rinse and repeat this even with the other businesses like the bunker. You'll be able to make some really good cash. It is also worth mentioning, if you do the quit application method, your businesses might not fill up as much, so it might be worth just running these things back to back, like the medical supplies and alcohol, so that you guys are always in the game. Now, very similar to the sourcing missions, selling the stock is also really straightforward, but only if you select the land sell mission. So definitely make sure that you guys do that, or you'll be pretty much wasting your time, and you could have up to 8 delivery vehicles, maybe even more, which is honestly just incredibly stupid. I don't know why Rockstar thought that was a good idea to start with, but luckily enough, they did get around to changing that. So now we can do the land sell missions. You will see in this one, I just had to collect this trailer and then deliver it to a drop-off location and drive away, and it was completed. I believe there is some sort of similar ones to the bunker, where you guys need to drive to 10 different points on the map. Honestly, shouldn't be too hard either. And after completed, you will see that I made the $2.5 million. I only lost $30,000 for Ron's cut. Honestly, I thought Ron would take way more than he does. So yeah, in my opinion at least, this is probably one of the best businesses in GTA Online. If you guys have some cash left over, I would recommend picking up a hangar at some point. You could even go for the cheapest hangar and easily make your money back. I also think that the sourcing for these hangar missions is just incredibly good because there is no cost or anything. You can just source these things for free. Unlike the special cargo sourcing missions, where you guys have to spend something like $18,000 for free crates. So yeah guys, definitely give this one a go if you have a hangar. With the changes made by Rockstar, it is a completely viable money method now. And with that Mackenzie Airfield hangar coming very shortly, I am really looking forward to this. So yeah guys, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in some way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I always appreciate your support. Make sure that you guys subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. And finally, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.